Ford has done it again. They are the first auto manufacturer from America to complete a lap of the Germany's Nürburgring in under 7 minutes, and I'm going to tell you all about it. What's up, guys? Mitchell Watts with TC Customs, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any content just like this Mustang GTD, because we also have a Mustang GTD on order. That is right, Ford has given us an allocation for this car, and we're going to be sharing and documenting all of the different things that I legally can share with you in this video and also future videos. First up, let's talk about the official certified time. It was 6 minutes and 57 seconds. It was actually 57.685 seconds, which is absolutely ridiculously fast. If you don't know, the Nürburgring is a massive, massive track, and I'm going to cover some of those details in just a second. But this car is now one of only 6 production sports cars that have ever broken that 7-minute barrier, which is a huge, huge feat, because this thing has beat out cars like the Porsche 911 GT3 and the 718 GT4 RS with the Manthey. So this is not a easy feat to do. Every single performance car uses the Nürburgring to kind of gauge at how good they have done at creating and developing this specific vehicle. Now, the Nürburgring is 12.9 miles long. It's a massive, massive track. There's 73 turns, and there's over 980 feet of elevation change just in one lap alone. So how did Ford get here? They got here a couple of different ways. Number one, their engineering team is absolutely insane. So you've got 2 teams really that's working on this. You have the team from Ford Performance in Dearborn that's working on it. And at the same time, you've also got the people who are manufacturing the vehicle, which is Multimatic, which are absolutely geniuses when it comes to making cars in this caliber. In fact, they're the ones that produced our Ford GT that we also own. And so they definitely know what they're doing. But this time, instead of bringing a V6 3.5 EcoBoost that's in our Ford GT, now we're talking about an 815 horsepower supercharged 5.2 V8. This is basically an updated and revised version of the Predator engine. You know, the GT 500, the Raptor R, quite a few high-end, high-performance vehicles have got a version of this engine. Now, you can just slap a whole bunch of horsepower to a vehicle, but that's a way to go meet Jesus extra quick. You have to actually be able to stop it and to be able to turn. And to stop it, Ford is upfitting the car with some carbon ceramic brakes. Very, very high-end brakes, allows for extra cooling. They're not cheap if you have to buy new rotors, but if you're buying a car like this and you're worried about the cost of a rotor, you probably don't need to be buying a car like this. But anyways, in addition to those brakes, there's active aerodynamics all over this vehicle. You have an active aerodynamic wing in the rear. It is an option, keep in mind, but this is technology that Ford can't even put on their GT3 car because it's outlawed in that class. But basically, the way that it works is when you get on that straightaway and you want to hit that top speed of 200 and whatever miles an hour, you automatically, the wing opens up and allows for more airflow. And then when you're coming around a corner really fast, you need that extra downforce. That wing closes back up and automatically increases that downforce. And there's also active aerodynamics underneath the vehicle for the same purpose. Another fun fact about the Mustang GTD is the suspension system. It's a semi-active suspension system that is an updated version of what is found in our Ford GT, the 2021-22 Ford GT. And the way that it works, it actually goes up and down, I think 40 millimeters or 44 millimeters. I think the Ford GT does 44 millimeters. This one does up and down in 40 millimeter increments. But the way that the suspension works is normally you're just riding on a cantilever suspension in the rear and a high-end suspension up front. But what happens is when the vehicle wants to go into the low mode, there are hydraulics that basically force that vehicle all the way down. And a simplified way to put this is when the car's forced in its down position, it's going to be riding on like a torsion bar type of a setup. So not only are you lowering the car, but you're also increasing the spring rate, which allows you to go faster at the track. So at the end of the day, when Ford first debuted this car to us at a dealer convention, what is it, a year or 2 years ago, I knew this thing was going to be something special. Now, I also didn't realize what it was going to cost. I didn't realize it was going to be a $325,000 Mustang, according to Car and Driver. That's what they're reporting the car to be starting out as an MSRP, starting MSRP. But I think Ford has recently proven to us this is not a Mustang that has had a supercharger added to it or add a suspension. This is a ground up, a brand new vehicle. In fact, Jim Farley even said it himself. He said, I think that the GTD
is a special project. It doesn't come along very often, maybe once in a lifetime. But we're not done. That's what gets us up in the morning, to do it over and over and better and better.
Ford Motor Company put out a video to document exactly what it was like to try and achieve the sub 7-minute lap. And at exactly 13.5 minutes into that video, they cover something that is the most important part of this entire lap.
Not only we achieved the sub 7 lap, we achieved it in suboptimal conditions. The car has a lot more to offer.
We know there's more in the car. We know there's more in the track. We know we can do better.
Mission accomplished for today. And we'll see what future brings. We'll be back.
So what is insane to me is that Ford is basically saying that in the springtime of next year, they're going to be going for even faster times, I think, to beat out almost all of those German manufacturers. So with that being said, let me know down in the comments below, what do you think this car is actually capable of in a perfect track condition? Because I don't know if the track was a little too cold or if it was a little too wet, but that right there tells you that Ford Motor Company thinks this car can get an even faster lap time, certified lap time by the Nürburgring. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think? What time do you think Ford can pull off in this car? Thank you so much for watching this video and have a great day. Peace.